Hi, welcome to CIDC Nirman. My name is Jayashree Kurup. I'm editor CIDC Nirman. And I have with me Mohit Kapoor from APL Apollo Steel Pipes.
Sure.
Thank you so much for joining us.
Pleasure is all mine, ma'am.
This is a subject that CIDC has been talking about a lot, the use of steel in construction. Why Indian construction does not use enough steel? Steel can make it more pliable and more disaster resilient.
Ma'am, there have been multiple reasons for this. The one is perception, because Indian society and Indian industry as a whole, we as Indians, we are driven by perception, and what has been done in past, we try to find out easier way of just repeating those, or say just following the path. Nobody is ready to take the first onus. That's a major reason. The other reason is definitely India is the second largest producer of cement. So there has been an inclination towards construction using cements. But now we are the second largest producer of steel as well.
Yes.
And see, there are certain phases, ma'am. Around 10 years back, we were for longest durational time a developing nation, or a nation that was going towards developing things. Now we are very proudly a developed nation in many sort.
Right.
So when, it's like a household spends or chooses any elements as per their financial conditions and as per their standard of living or their mindset. The same formula applies to construction industry, or for that matter any other industry. Now our focus is not just on creating basic amenities, rather than going beyond set limits of vertical heights or huge expansive projects. Like if you see the new design that has been selected for New Delhi railway station, it's like a science fiction movie, double dome thing. So now our priorities are going beyond normal construction. So definitely we'll have to look beyond conventional methods. Now we are not just planning to build for 2, 3, 4 years. Now we are planning to build it for next 20, 30, 45 years. So definitely steel will once again come. And there have been few ill reasons also. Like in India, there was never a compulsion of having a time-bound delivery. So they never wanted something that can do the job very fast, that can do the job very effectively. And since we were not going vertically very high, or in case of say higher spans or very designer stuff, we never needed a ductile material. We never need a material which can be fabricated, which can be molded into things. And most of the construction was happening greenfield, where we had ample areas to dock or stock our construction materials. There were availability of labor who had no other ways but to go for construction. आज से 10 साल पहले अगर आप सोचें तो हमारे जो राज्य हैं जहाँ से हमारी कामगार आते हैं, बिहार, यूपी से या झारखंड से, छत्तीसगढ़ से, वहाँ पे उनको क्या होता कि दिल्ली, बम्बई जाओ, मद्रास कंस्ट्रक्शन लाइन में, सड़क के निर्माण में लग जाओ. अभी उनके पास भी ऑप्शन बहुत ज़्यादा हैं. दे हैव इंडस्ट्रीज ऑफ वेरियस सॉर्ट वेयर दे कैन डू वर्क. तो हमारे पास अब लेबर कम होना शुरू हो गई है. पहले लेबर बहुत ज़्यादा थी, तो वो लेबर इंसेंटिव काम होते थे, टाइमलाइंस की कोई ज़रूरत नहीं थी. हम लोग लाइफ साइकिल कॉस्ट को महत्व नहीं देते थे. और एक प्रॉब्लम क्या थी हमारे लोगों के साथ, जैसे व्हाट आई से इज, for any project's results or to contemplate on the findings of a project or experience from a project, there are 4 basic parameters as per me. The quality of the work, the speed of the work, the cost of the work. तो हम लोग अभी इन 3 पे ध्यान देते थे कि वर्क की क्वालिटी क्या है, किस स्पीड पे काम कर रहे हैं, और स्पीड बढ़ा के क्वालिटी खराब ना हो. स्पीड और क्वालिटी देखते हैं हम लोग, कोई ब्रुनेई या यूएई नहीं है तो पैसा बहुत नहीं कर सकते, एक लिमिटेड बजट में हो जाए. बट हम लोगों ने चौथे एस्पेक्ट पे ध्यान नहीं दिया कि ये सब करने के बाद एनवायरमेंटल इफेक्ट क्या है. एंड एज फॉर मी, देयर इज नो पॉइंट इन पुटिंग माय टाइम, एफर्ट, मनी, स्वेट, hours and nights of sleep in designing and creating some project now which will have ill effects after 30-40 years for my next generation. तो अभी हमको ये समझ में आने लगा है. फॉर एग्जाम्पल, we are the 5th largest economy in the world, but unfortunately we are the 4th largest contributor for pollution. And as per every international Indian study, construction comprise of at least 20 in some studies 40%. to up to 30 and 40 in some study in the overall pollution. So even if I take a mean value of 30%, so we are construction is contributing 30%, And trust me, USA has consumed 95% of the appetite for construction and infrastructure development. China has already consumed more than 90%. So now India on this planet is the only country where construction needs to be done for next 20-25 years.
Sure.
So we have to make sure कि ये 30% का जो हमारा pollution का एक contribution है ये बढ़ ना जाए. But the best part is because most of our work activities in India and in major parts, except say I'll say 22, generously 15-20 cities which are contributing to disasters, man-made disaster and pollution, the rest maximum of our nation is still on sustainable method. That is why in per capita pollution contribution we are much less than the world.
Right.
So if we can, and there are studies which show that use of steel in construction can reduce 60% of the entire pollution. So if I go with a simple mathematics, 60% of that 30% is close to 18 to 20%.
Right.
So by shifting major projects to steel, we can contribute to 20% or 15% reduction in pollution, which is a big ask.
Right.
And then we can, steel gives us a liberty to go vertically high.
Sure.
Steel gives us liberty to construct vertically high projects on less area of
Yeah.
plot area, so we can go slender. Steel can give us a liberty to do construction in non-greenhouse project, non-greenfield project.
yeah.
Like recently we have finished 6 hospitals in Delhi for Delhi government. Despite shortage of labor, just after second wave of COVID in January 2022, we helped Delhi government to finish the superstructure or main structure or the skeleton of a building, 6 buildings at different locations, all in congested area like GTB hospital in Shahadra, 1 hospital at Gita Colony, 1 at near Apollo hospital at this Bhadarpur border,
Yeah.
1 at Shalimar Bagh and 2 more, all congested areas within thickly populated area where there was no place to set up labor camps, there was no place to set up RMC plants, no place to set up storage. We helped government to finish 22 lakh square feet area, G+5 floor structure at 6 places in 100 days,
Right.
which would have taken at least 14 to 15 months at best speed in RCC construction. Despite other variants, like we reduced use of water by 80%. So consider a major infrastructure project coming in Maharashtra, which is having water scarcity. Right now, as we are talking today, we are working on a major project in Bengaluru.
Okay.
I cannot discuss much
Yeah.
more, but that particular plot is next to Secretariat, so you can consider it to be on Delhi's Rajpath area,
Right.
equivalent to Rajpath area, the most thickly populated and the best place in Bengaluru. The project is happening, a commercial project, and they have turned back to our technology of steel just because they don't want to use water. You are seeing the reports
Yeah,
from
yeah.
Bengaluru. They don't want to have pollution issue. They don't want to have an issue of daily transportation of cement and aggregate, how to set up labor camps. So now people are turning back to steel, and yes, definitely we are looking at, if not more, at least 40 to 50% increase annually on steel consumption in construction infrastructure.
Has it already started or it'll start?
Definitely it has started, ma'am. It has started. All the railway stations, all the airports, all the multimodal transportation, all high, like in cities you have to go vertically in
Yeah,
parkings. There's no way you can construct an RCC building for a long span building for RCC in parking. All parkings, rather in areas like Odisha, which are heavily prone to hurricanes and cyclones, they are going for steel because steel provides more ductility,
yeah.
better weight to area ratios, faster construction, and you don't need to do construction at site. You can do 70 to 80% of construction at quality control workshop. Just bring it there and assemble like a plug and play method.
Right. How much does it reduce pollution?
Now, as I said, there are studies from Indian IITs and international organizations that construction pollution caused by construction can be reduced by 60%.
So you said about 18%
So
overall,
see,
right?
simple mathematics, around 30% of entire country's pollution is by construction working. So we can reduce 60% of that pollution using steel. So effectively 15 to 20% of pollution of this country can be reduced if we move on major projects to steel only.
Okay. When I was attending some real estate conventions, one of the major things that came up was that steel construction is more expensive than regular construction.
Well, this is a part of how I started my speech, perception.
Yeah.
So I say this very strategically and very smartly in my presentations that when we conceive a project on table, when we are planning, budgeting a project, yes, steel construction looks to be 200 to 250 rupees per square feet costly.
Yeah.
Please note, I said it looks to be.
Yeah.
Because cost of raw material for RCC construction, labor cost and cost of and designing and cost of construction for equivalent in steel, it has some variations. So at present it looks to be 200 to 250 per square feet costly, but when as compared to say RCC construction, we are reducing construction time by 50% in comparison to conventional old steel method. If I talk about new innovative steel tubes, steel tubes to do, ready-made steel tubes, we are reducing at least 20 to 35% construction time. So that variation of reduced construction time helps to reduce the cost of project, the interest on the financing of the project, faster turnaround time for the project. So the projects are made only for two things. A private project is for revenue generation, government or public project is for public welfare. So if you start your project fast, the project financing duration reduces by 50%, so your interest goes down. Then by using steel, what we can do technically and mechanically, because as I said, it has better strength to or weight to area ratio, more ductile. So we can reduce the size of column and beam. When we talk about a basic structure, there are two basic elements. One is a column, other one is a beam.
Yeah.
So we can reduce the size of column and beam by at least 40%.
Okay.
At least 40%. In some cases, we have reduced it to 250%.
Okay.
Like for in New Delhi railway station, if I take an example, when the design was done for conventional RCC, the size of one column was 2500 mm by 2500 mm. And the same design got vetted by IIT in steel tubes in 1200 mm by 1200 mm. So it was reduced to less than 25%.
Right.
But that's not typical. Typical, we reduce 40% size. So what we do is we give you 2 to 4% more saleable area or usable area. So consider a project in Delhi, minimum 10,000 rupees square feet to 20,000 rupees square feet is the sale price. If you if you give 2% more carpet area, so the owner of the project is earning more than what is conceived to be more in construction cost. So there are studies, there are case studies of already executed projects in India and abroad and in ongoing projects wherein we see we look 200 to 250 rupees square feet costly on paper when we start, but when we construct the project faster, when we construct the project with more carpet area, and the best thing, after every 6-7 months we have been seeing for last 20-30 years an inflation cost coming in India. After every 7-8 months there is an inflation cost. So consider a project which has to be finished in 3 years. With RCC it will take 5 years. If we complete it in 3 years or 2.5 years, we'll negate and mitigate those 2-3 inflation points. So in all, there are records which prove IRR of a project, and all the technical and financial people will understand IRR increases by at least 1.44 to 1.5%. So actually, I'm not considering the life cycle cost. Just consider, ma'am, I construct a building of say 10 floors today with RCC. हम इसको भूल जाते हैं, उसमें हमें समय ज़्यादा लगा, लेबर कॉस्ट ज़्यादा थी, इन्फ्लेशन बार बार आया, टाइम डिले हुआ, ब्ला 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 ब्ला, हमने उसे स्टील में बना दिया. आज हमने बना दिया, चलो आज हमारे पास 100 रुपये थे, हमने उसको 110 में बनाया, 100 में बनाया. जब आज से 20 साल बाद जो दिल्ली में आज ट्रेंड आ रहा है कि हम बिल्डिंग्स को वर्टिकली हाई लेके जा रहे हैं, FARs चेंज हो रहे हैं, बिल्डिंग वर्टिकली हाई जा रही है, एक्सपेंड हो रही है हॉरिजॉन्टली भी. उस दौरान जब आप RCC को तोड़ने जाएंगे तो उसको तोड़ने का भी पैसा देना है, उसको तोड़ने से होने वाले पोल्यूशन पे आपको सेस भी भरना पड़ेगा, और फिर उस मलबे को उठा के फेंकने का खर्चा भी है और सेस भरना पड़ेगा. या तो आप एक्सपेक्ट कीजिए कि 20 साल बाद जब आप उस बिल्डिंग को तोड़ेंगे अपनी, तो कोई नितिन गडकरी सड़कें बना रहा होगा और आपसे कहेगा मलबा लाके मुझे दो, मैं सड़क में भर दूंगा. और स्टील में क्या होगा मैम, आज जिस स्टील पे हमने 100 रुपये स्क्वायर फीट का खर्चा किया है, आज से 20 साल बाद जब हम उसे तोड़ेंगे मिनिमम 70% रिसाइकिल हो जाएगा. जो 30% रिसाइकिल नहीं होगा, ग्रीन पॉइंट्स नहीं मिलेंगे, वो उस दौरान 500 रुपये किलो में बिक जाएगा. तो आज जितना पैसा आपने डाला लाइफ साइकिल कॉस्ट में, उससे ज़्यादा आप स्क्रैप से कमा लेंगे. दैट्स एन इशू.
And for steel construction, are there any special skills that are required?
The only skill is perception and will to take a step, and we are not talking about to entirely start up new. We have examples in India as well. DRDO has completed one building in Bengaluru or Hyderabad, if I'm not mistaken, in flat 45 days.
Right.
I have helped one developer near near Lal Bagh Raja in Mumbai to finish a sales office of a construction company or a developer company in flat 2 months. Recently, in one of a major government organization, they had planned to construct a hospital within Delhi. I cannot divulge more details. The tender document said that the project to be completed in 1095 days. मतलब 36 महीना. By seeing our technology, seeing the projects that we have done for the same organization on smaller scale, they issued a re-tender for that project, and the first time in the history of Indian tenders, a government project of such magnitude, generally they reduce the construction time. They have reduced the construction time, and now they are relaunching the project on 2nd or 3rd of May for 30 months, because they say that using this technology we can save 6 months, though the work matrix that I had provided to them, it said that this project can be done in 27 months.
Okay. So they've given you a buffer 3 months.
The buffer of 3 months, ma'am.
Right. Absolutely.
We are doing a project with time-bound guarantees that this will be finished in this much time.
Do you need more awareness building in this sector?
Definitely we need more awareness building. That is what we have been doing, and CIDC is one of the pivotal point.
Yeah.
Mr. Sarup, since last year when I met him in April, in last year CIDC Vishwakarma, he has been very religiously pushing for steel construction. In fact, Mr. Sarup, myself and Dr. Sanjay Singh, retired IAS officer, we three were in his room when we conceived the idea of high power steel promotion. So yes, it is going on very well, and everything is now moving very good, ma'am.
Okay. And is the industry acceptance increasing?
That's another point, ma'am. Actually, there is a issue. There are increasing number of students who are pursuing masters in civil for RCC.
Okay.
Comparatively, there are lesser number, as per my limited understanding and update from market, who are pursuing higher studies or masters in steel designing.
Okay.
Definitely, steel designing needs much more innovation, much more out of the box thinking, and certain uses of few softwares which are relatively new to Indian market for detailed designing and much more in-depth designing. So that's been an issue recently, but some certain IITs have undertaken this task of training the upcoming MTech and PhD students on how to design a steel building. And I personally foresee within next 2-3 years, the market will take this trend wholeheartedly.
Okay. And is there a downside to all this? One steel is also, a lot of steel that we use is reprocessed steel. So it is it's a green material as well?
I'll tell you, ma'am. Since, ma'am, we have to change the perception of using a steel, so we cannot, at the moment, honestly speaking, push for recycled steel in construction building, because there is again a perception that a recycled steel might not have that strength. So we are right now pursuing and pushing, and all the codes that are available in India, they advocate for virgin steel or first primary steel.
Okay.
But yes, there are certain things which are coming up in the market. So we are foreseeing that things will change, ma'am.
Okay. Is it the non-structural steel that will be a
Non-structured steel can still be used as a
Secondary
recycling. And another thing is, we have to, in next phase, we have to, and it's already started, like Mr. Sarup had made me also the founder member of India Korea Green Hydrogen Forum. So now we are working on how to promote clean energy in two major sectors of cement and steel production, because just like it's not good that we are promoting steel, but steel manufacturing is not using clean energy. It's very costly, it's a new technology. I am foreseeing in next 5 years, major steel players will be using any sort of green energy like a wind, solar or hydrogen power, green hydrogen, to manufacture steel, so that even that issue of pollution or use of fossil fuels in manufacturing of steel, it will definitely go down very well. And I can say, I know at least 20 to 30 small and medium steel producers, primary as well as secondary steel producers, who are very much focused on turning their construction on green fuel. And in these 20, 30, 40 people, there are no top players. All top players are already working to convert their units
grey hydrogen to green hydrogen.
They are firstly trying to convert their steel manufacturing on green energy, whether it is through any type of renewable, and even those are already working, who are big conglomerates. Even small and medium people are now definitely looking forward, because their next generation wants to go for exports.
Right.
Their next generation wants to showcase in their investor meetings or in their advertisement that we are on green energy. So yes, definitely industry also is very seriously looking for converting into green energy for their manufacturing.
Okay. And sounds like a win-win?
Definitely, ma'am.
Okay.
Definitely it's a win-win.
Thank you so much.
My pleasure, ma'am.